Hello. This assignment was to review the deep dive at IDEO as they redesigned a shopping cart. The first question was the group creative? I think the answer is yes. The group was able to create a new design with a shopping cart with different functionalities in basically less than 5 days. The group used several techniques adding to their creativity, and I think ultimately that answers the question. They went to the place of use, which is Gemba in Japanese, and talked to those who interact with the shopping carts. I think that's a very important part of the process. They held effective brainstorming and most appropriately narrowing down step to the top design elements, and then voted. The adults, so to speak, in the room provided guidelines, such as if the idea prevents nesting of the carts, then it's out. Nesting is a huge piece and kind of guidance there for the team so they wouldn't go off too far off the track. And they rapidly created prototypes and incorporated the best elements in the final design. So I do think they really exercised the creative process quite well. So what lessons did I glean about leading innovation from this video? So first and foremost, the values were posted and made clear to all team members. So things like one conversation at a time, stay focused on the topic, defer judgment, all those things that IDEO values during the process were very visible around the room and very clear. I thought that was pretty cool. The power of the eclectic group, obviously, having the diverse backgrounds really aid in the process. The psychologist observed that people don't let go of the cart, which is very interesting, especially when you think about the final design, which actually had removable baskets that they hold on to. So I thought that was pretty neat. The adults provided boundary conditions, such as the carts must nest, as we talked about. Going to the point of activity, talking to users, the data about the 35-mile-an-hour shopping cart that would blow around in the wind, things like that, the number of accidents and statistics of people getting injured or children in shopping carts, thought was very valuable. And then in the background, they really didn't talk about in the video too much, but the machine shop, the app creators, the folks who build those prototypes, I think are very important, and that's probably a key part of the engine. So when would this approach undermine group effectiveness? Thinking about this is when the work shifts from the creative work to the routine work. So once the final design is completed and we want to make 1,000 or 100,000 or maybe 1,000,000 of these shopping carts, at that point standardization becomes key to optimization. You're really not discussing components and function any longer. You're creating standards and operating procedures, but you kind of want that standard activity. You kind of want that type of work to be able to optimize your productivity and get the right cart at the right cost. Using the process once you're in high volume or the commercial phase, I think could undermine it. If you're too busy discussing and tweaking the product, I think you're going to run into trouble in that phase. And lastly, to what degree was the group about to implement their innovate process successfully? The team had a fully functional cart. They could implement that. I think that there's some integration left to do of the electronics and the data connection. Also, when they took the cart to the final version, to the back-end users for feedback, it was pretty clear that there's some more iterations left. I think the lady said, there's some fantastic ideas here, needs a little refining. So I think the team leader looked like that he was pretty pleased to get the feedback. And I think if you're going to modify the shopping cart to have those portable baskets, there's probably some type of behavior training to do while using that kind of cart. Thank you very much and have a good evening.